All right. Are we live? Did it work? Only time will tell. I don't know. I'm still pretty new to this OBS software. So I've got to wait for like the 15-second delay to come up on my iPad to know if I'm actually live or not. I am live. So let's start it off right. I'm already about 6 deep, so it'll make for an interesting night. But today's going to be awesome. We've got a slash modified to unbox. That'll be unboxing at 5:50. It's currently 4:57, so skip ahead 53 minutes and we'll get to that unboxing. Until then, we've got some little bit of wrenching odds and ends to do. After the unboxing, we'll probably work on the drag slash, the Nitro drag slash, but until then, I've got a fan mount I need to install on my B74 and a turnbuckle that I need to replace on my DR10 kit because the threads on the, what do you call it? The little threaded thing were not working. So let's go ahead and get that done first. That'll be the easiest one. Other than that, this kit went together really easily. So the DR10 was the first kit that I built. Like when I first got into RC, it was on I think it was on Tower Hobbies for like 99 bucks. I was like, how can you pass that up? And then I was like, oh wait. I remember I was new to RC. I was like, oh wait, it doesn't come with electronics. It doesn't come with a body. Doesn't even come with tires. So I got it figured out after a while. But I eventually gave up on it because I couldn't get the thing to launch straight. Again, new to RC, the DR10's known for fishtailing everywhere it goes. So, sold it, bought a slash. That thing was a piece of junk. But anyway, now we're back to the DR10, and we're not giving up this time. We're gonna get it launching straight, baby. So right now, all I got, my goal is to get it under 3 seconds. That's 3.16 is my fastest recorded 132 foot. That's with my Nitro drag slash, which was really just a Nitro slash at that point. So I'm waiting on electronics. I know a lot of people hate it. I get a lot of electronics off AliExpress. I'm going to go with the Rocket. It's an 8.5 combo with their 120 amp ESC. And I figured that'll get me rolling. And then, kind of once I start getting the thing tuned to where it'll launch consistently, that's when I can start toying with, upgrade to a better motor, upgrade to a better speed controller and whatnot. Also, some AliExpress low profile servo. I'll be running for now, I've got a Z 5000 milliamp hour 2S pack that I'll be running. So I marked the turnbuckle that had the bad threading on it. So we'll just go ahead and I put the threaded part in a drill and I just rammed it in there to get it on there. I fucked with it for about 30 minutes and I was done with it. So let's go ahead and rip this old one off. I think it measured 23 and a half. I know I'm using channel locks. I don't care about it. I think it measured 23 and a half mil. I don't know. These channel locks might be too big, but we will confirm what it needs to measure. There it is. Of course. It'd be a pain to get off. There it is. Okay, that's it. I probably messed it up right there. Get my trusty calipers out. We got 3 watching already, man. We're popping. What are you guys up to? What's going on? Who we got in the chat? Let's see. We'll see if we can measure the good one. Like I said, I think it was 23 and a half. Yeah, this one's at about 23.7 millimeters. And then this one, 23.45. Let me lock that down and see. Because I got to measure over the sway bar with this one. Yeah, I think my measurement was just off. We're gonna go with 23.5. So for those that are just tuning in, unboxing a Slash modified in 50 minutes, and we're gonna have a little trivia game. Whoever wins the trivia game gets to name the car, and I'll do a build thread for it on rctalk.com featuring that name. That's me. Just charged up a battery for it. We might do a couple laps here in the garage. It's a pretty small garage, but make do with what we got. So let's see. That is inches. That's not what I want. Millimeters. 23 point. So I gotta go out a little bit. Trusty old clamps. Let's see. It's the regular threaded side out. We'll go one turn out. I think one turn equates to about a 1/4 millimeter. That was a half a turn. 23.20. Let's step out another turn. .72. Lock that down. Let me make sure it equals the other one. Pretty close, at least. Yeah, it's close enough for my liking. This one goes in the trash. And this one we'll try to pop on without damaging anything. Ooh, that might be hard. I'll tell you, for a little press fit ball, they sure do fit well. Maybe I just got little girl hands. I don't know, there's probably some little girls that are stronger than me. You guys see that video of the little Russian girl that punches trees and like cuts them in half? She could probably beat the shit out of me. Okay, how am I gonna do this? It's kind of so hard to get to. Here, let me put this thing down on the table. Max out the suspension and the wheelie bar. Nope. I gotta be careful of how I put it in too because of the anti-roll bar, sway bar, whatever you want to call it. Come on, dude. It's like it's made for a different size ball. Okay. Let's come up with a different plan. Needle nose pliers. Where they at? That might be able to fit right in there. Well, you see what I'm working with. You probably can't see it on the camera. I'm trying to get that ball in right there. It's kind of a, you can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it on there, but it's certainly a tight fit. So let's try again. Needle nose pliers. There she is. That was the magic money, but I did it outside of the sway bar. All right. Round 2, inside the sway bar. This actually might be easier. There it is. Okay. Let's put the drive shaft in. Turn this a little bit more. Boom, bing, bang, bong. Good to go, ready for electronics. So, the DR10 came with the DR10 wheels, but I think those wheels, I put a little chrome finish on them to make them look machined. I think those wheels will look much better on the drag slash. Let me grab it. So, since I went with the drag slash, I don't know, I just feel like these, I went with the buggy body, or the bug body on the drag slash. I feel like these wheels are just a little more suited for the bug as opposed to the think these are the Pro Line. I don't know what they call them, but I think they'll look a little better on this build, and then the DR10 wheels will look better on that build. Just leave that there. We're going to tear into that in a little bit anyway. Okay, so DR10. Again, also, the DR10 is going to get the Reaction HP Plus. I think it'll be making a little more power than the 3.3 that's going to be going into the the Nitro Drag Slash later tonight. For the Nitro Drag Slash, you're going to laugh again. I got a set of Endura drag tires, mainly just because I want to see. They were $14, and I kind of just want to see how they do. You know, I've already got these HP Plus are pretty much as good as you can get. You know, you can get the HP, the regular HPs. They're going to weigh a little less, so you're going to accelerate a little faster. But I want to see how the Enduras stack up against, what are these tires? Probably about $30 for a set of two. The Endura's 14. Let's see what they can do, you know. I'm not a really big fan of those wheels anyway, so it's not going to hurt my heart to glue them up. Be a nice cheap wheel set. And I can just do donuts in the parking lot on them if I need to, if it doesn't work out. Okay, so DR10 ready for electronics. Also, I got this B74 that I picked up. Currently, we don't have an indoor 10 scale carpet or dirt track. I might run it up at Dirt Burners, but word is that we will be getting another carpet track in the near future. Again, I went with the Rocket Electronics 13.5 combo, Rocket ESC, and the AK70 servo. That servo is pretty quick for what it is, but for now I plan on running it at our local 8th scale outdoor track. So I'm definitely going to need a fan. Ideally, I would use a fan that's mounted on the motor, but I'm just going to throw these little 3D printed fan mounts on and throw a fan on it. And you know, if I end up, I probably won't be running it till next season. So if I end up running it indoor before then, this will do just fine. If I run it outdoor in the Midwest heat, I might look into, I think One Up Racing makes a fan mount, on the motor fan mount for these. That's what I ran on my 74.1. And it worked great. Usually I'm not really a big fan of 3D printed parts, but that one worked great. Aside from it not really wanting to fit under the body, it was a very tight fit, but it made it. So let's go ahead. Let's grab my fan. Oh, I got a ProTech fan. Let's go. Well, I don't know. Do I want to do the ProTech or do I want to do the Rocket? I think the Rocket spins a little faster, get a little more airflow. But where is it? There it is. Oh, it's not the Rocket, it's the Surpass, pardon me. So, the Surpass fan with the plastic shroud or the ProTech with the metal shroud. I think I'm going to save the metal shroud ProTech for an 8th scale build just because they're a little more durable. 8th scales I kind of tend to tear up. So let's go ahead and put this Surpass fan on there. I think the Surpass fans, if you've ever run a Surpass, you know they spin really fast. Up until you, and I mean they'll work on, what is it, 8.4 volts. But they won't last very long. But at 7.6 volts, these things are just absolutely phenomenal. And here, you know, I run in St. Louis. Sometimes you'll be running on 105 degree days. You need all the cooling you can get. Yeah, so like on my 8 scale buggy, I don't know, I ran the Kyosho MP10E TKI2 for about a month, and then I sold it. I really didn't like the layout of it, but like I had an Arma Typhon before that, and this Surpass dual fan system they got on that motor would stay ice cold no matter how hot it was, dude. No matter how hot. RC Talk's blowing up right now. If you guys aren't on rctalk.com, go create yourself a profile, sign up, chat with us. A lot of good dudes on there. I say that every stream. They even gave me the why. They knew I was going to run dual fans anyway. Now, where did my mount go? There it is. Left it in the car. That's going to mount like that. I want my fan to blow that way. So I'm going to mount it like this. Bob's RC, what's up, Bob? Thanks for the sub, dude. You've been wanting to convert a DR10 to Nitro. How are you going to do that, man? That's not, oh man, these screws ain't going to fit. How are you going to convert a DR10 to Nitro? Obviously, you're going to need a different, like an Exo. What's the Exotech's got a racing chassis for him, a carbon fiber chassis. That would probably be essential. Man, how long ago did you post that? I haven't had the DR10 out in like 5 minutes. Sorry if I'm not, keeping an eye on the chat as dutiful as I should. Bingo, right there. A Nitro DR10. That sounds badass. So I've got the Nitro drag slash that I'm working on. And that's been done a couple times before. I don't think I've ever seen a Nitro DR10 though. We've got one kid on the forum. He did actually a reverse Nitro slash build. He converted it to electric so that he could get that, that mid motor handling rather than the rear motor. And that might be a thought for like if you wanted a mid motor slash, converting a Nitro slash to mid motor. He's got a whole build thread on it, how he did it and everything. I really don't like the Y connector on here. It's just going to kind of look gaudy. Man, I tell you, it's hot in my garage. Let me pop that thing open a little bit. Yeah, my garage just sits and bakes in the sun all day long. Oh man, I'm gonna have to take the center drive out to get to this thing. To mount this screw here. No, there will be no killing of Nitro for electric conversion. No, of course. I don't condone it, but I get it. Man, to each his own. If you want a mid motor slash, there you go, dude. Mid motor 2-wheel drive slash. But what's your plan with that DR10, dude? You might not want to give it away. Are you going to be able to run big block in it? Put a fat 28 in there? 24 for the truggy motors? 24 would probably be a little more effective. I don't know. There we go. Easy access. Now I need a screw to fit in there. A little stubby one. I don't have too many stubby ones. I will say, Bob, if you do end up following through with that DR10 Nitro build, please post it on the RC Talk forum because I am extremely interested in that. No need. 21 or 18 with some port work is all you need. I guess, yeah, I get that. I get that. I'm gonna need a spacer there too. It's almost like this wasn't made for this. Yeah, I guess you might be saving some weight. Or, I mean, really, probably don't need all that power. All that power and weight from the 28, 24. I don't know. You probably don't follow my channel that much, Bob. I am extremely new to no prep. I'm kind of just getting into it. I've had a no prep car before, but that was when I first got into RC and didn't know a thing about setup. I ended up selling it, but now I'm back. I've done 8th scale off-road for about a year now. I understand setup. So we're going to give it another shot, and there's no giving up this time. Question is, will the drivetrain take it? Will the drivetrain take a 21? Dude, there's guys running like 4.5 turn motors on those drivetrains. I would imagine, is the 21 going to make more power than that? I guess it is. I guess it is because, you know, they run 21s and an 8th scale, which is pretty damn close to 4S. Whereas, you know, dragsters, they're only running 2S. So that is a good point. This motor mount is garbage. I might send it back. It's all kinds of flex. It's all over the place. Not the motor mount, the fan mount. It's $6. It'll get me through until I get something better. Probably get the 1-up one again. You fly helis, 1/8 nitro buggy, truggy, just getting into the scale side of things, but have been wanting to do something with no prep. Okay, so you haven't done no prep before, but it seems like you probably have quite a bit of fabrication skills, if I had to guess. Flying helis is pretty cool. Do you have a nitro heli? That would be sick and extremely dangerous. Hats off to you if you've got a nitro heli. I think the nitro airplanes are pretty cool. I built the flight test simple storage kit. I think I spent like, 2 or 3 Saturday mornings, just 2 hours at a time building it. And I took it out to fly, and I flew that thing straight into the ground. Straight into the ground, broke it. I just threw it in the trash. I'm not going back to airplanes. Helis would be cool to try, but I feel like it'd be a similar story. All right, now I got to figure out how to route this monstrosity. Oh man, this is gonna be a mess. I might have to take the front drive off too now. I just put that back together. Highly recommend learning with the simulator. So, I have the flight simulator, the I don't know, whichever one Fly Sky recommends, and I'm pretty good with it. You know, I can fly like the airplane upside down, and I did like a couple of the courses. But I think what it ultimately came down to is that I don't know much about aircrafts, and I probably built the simple storage wrong. That and kind of nerves of flying it. You know, on a simulator, you're not really scared to crash. When you've spent 8 hours building something, you kind of might be a little nervous. So there's probably some nerves involved. But yeah, I mean, if I get the itch to fly again, I'll probably just hit up the simulator. They can, oh gosh, they can CHP you up, no problem. I use Real Flight in the off season. Yeah, I think Real Flight's the one that I have. That along with the, oh, I got the cheap Fly Sky radio. FSI 6, and it's fun. It's a blast, and it's cost effective. That's for sure. Plus, I mean, really, I think you can adjust wind in that simulator, but you don't got to worry about wind or breaking anything. Yeah, I don't think this Y connector here is going to work. Let's put an extension on it. The thing about the B74 is just the wiring looks hideous unless you really want to get into it and start trimming your wires and making your own plugs and stuff. It's just, I don't want to say the layout's bad, but it ain't great. Let me see, I got some extensions in here. What's up, Wolf Traxxas RC? What are we doing, Sancho? Howdy, RC community. Well, what time is it? 5:23. We got 27 minutes. We're going to be unboxing the Slash Modified. If you haven't heard, we're going to do a little trivia question. Whoever gets the trivia question right gets to name the Slash Modified, and I'll be doing a build thread on it on the rctalk.com forum. You name it, whatever you want. It's got to be family friendly though, because the forum's family friendly. All right. What kind of beers do we got? So you're gonna laugh. We're drinking Miller Extra Light tonight. Daddy's on a diet. Usually our go-to's Coors, but I'm up 25 pounds in 3 months, so we're gonna kind of try to reverse a little bit of that so we can get back to drinking the heavies. Not even the heavies, just the not lights. And again, I still don't know how I want to route this. I almost want to route it under the battery. Wolf Traxxas and Bob's. You can set wind, and also I like is you can set up a servo or engine failure at any point to simulate real life scenario. That would be fun. Yeah, I didn't know there was an extra light either until I went into our local, what do you call it, liquor store, and I saw it. You know, I was going in to buy Coors, and I was like, what the hell, let's give it a shot. And then I checked out, and it was $22 for a 30 rack. For watered down, extra watered down beer, I don't know about that, bud. So we'll probably go back to Coors next week. I slammed a couple Coors before I got on the stream, the last of what I had. So these will just have to get me through. This is not wanting to work with me. This is not wanting to work. Just the layout of this chassis really leaves you nowhere to route your wires. I mean, there's a little thing in here for your ESC wire, but your servo wire, if it ain't 2 inches, it's going to kind of look like dog shit. And then the fan, to get the fan wire all the way over there is going to be some artwork too. So I think I'm going to try to route it with that ESC wire. I might even use some hot glue to kind of secure it in places. What are you guys up to tonight? What have you guys been wrenching on? What you been driving? Have you, Bob? Have you started on that DR10 build? Do you own a DR10 currently, or is that just on the agenda? Trust me, I know all about the agenda. I've got quite the list of projects currently. I'm getting the drill out, man. I hate twisting screwdrivers. Where's the drill? Oh, it's right here. I'm always amazed at what a mess I can make in the short span of like 10 minutes. on and off with this thing. I guess I should just leave the whole thing kind of open until I get all this wiring sorted out. I might actually, honestly, if I get time, I'll probably trim all these and redo the connections just to make it look decent. Because right now it doesn't. Oh man, that's a bummer. Like the connector meets right up where the little wire tunnel is. We'll just shove it in there anyway. There it is. Yeah, it's like an inch short, and it would just make it straight to the receiver. What do I want to do here? Probably just braid it up for now. Make it look half decent, and then come back and remake all my connections at a later date. The thing about that is, you know, what if I want to take these electronics out and put them in something else? Bob does not have one yet, just picked up an MP9 Nitro buggy, but it's a project on my mind. Did you get the MP9 TKI 4? Did you get the Ready set? Which version did you get? I love the Kyosho Nitro buggies. The e-buggy, not a fan of the setup. Not a fan of the layout. You know, it handles good, but I think anything with saddle packs I really don't like. They're good performance-wise, but they're a pain to make look right, especially on the Kyosho. So the Kyosho kind of does a similar thing to this Associated, where to run the wires you got to go over the motor. So that eliminates, you know, putting a heat sink and fan directly on the motor. Oh, you couldn't see that. That eliminates putting a heat sink and fan directly on the motor. Which, like I said, here in the Midwest, you're running 105-degree days. You're racing, and there's guys here that run Kyosho that are much faster than me. You know, they know their setup, but that's just a personal preference. I like to keep my motor as cool as I possibly can. Oh, I got to make it avoid the pinion too. These wires. Let me, hey Google, set an alarm for 5:50 p.m.
All right, your alarm's set for 5:50 p.m.
Thanks, Google. You've got the TKI 4 V2. The V2 already have the MP10 TKI 2 kit and the MP10 Truggy kit. I had the MP10 Truggy. That thing was sweet. I regret selling it. I thought I was getting out of RC. I had the MP10 TKI 3, MP10E TKI 2, and the MP10 Truggy. And then I sold them all. I thought I was done. And then like 6 months later, I came back and wish I never did. But since then, you know, I didn't want to, trying to get back into racing, I didn't want to dump, you know, $1,600 into a brand new build. So I picked up the MP10 Ready set. And I ran it for about a month and a half. I ran the balls off it for about a month and a half. And then I did a full rebuild on it. Let me just go over this real quick. I haven't ran it since I've done the rebuild. I've been kind of focusing on no prep. But I've got plugs in the engine right now. I went with it's a budget rebuild. The Alpha, what is this? It's I don't know, it's right below the Dragon engine, the B2 something. Dynamite 053 part pipe and some Yanters steering and throttle servos. But I still need to get a proper alignment on it. I've got all my diffs done. I got my break-in done. But you know, I kind of just finished it right in time for the end of the season. I think we didn't have our season finale, but we had our last big race of the season this past weekend that I ended up not attending. Had some family functions to go to. But yeah, so by now it's essentially a TKI 3. It just is missing the chassis plate, but I haven't had any problems with the one that's on there, so I'm just gonna leave it. It's not bent or nothing. Heart eyes. Thank you. Thank you. This was so this was the second time I actually tried to do a design. The first time was on a Techno Truggy, and it came out okay. This one came out a little better, but there's some specs in the paint that didn't come out too perfect. All the lines are kind of jagged, but it's part of a learning process, I guess. So also with the Nitro drag slash, we'll call this custom paint job number 3. I got a little bit of what is that? Whatever that flake is in there. I don't know if you can really see it on the camera, but that flake turned out real nice. Not too happy with all the lines on it, but you know, overall I think it looks pretty good. Learning curve, for sure. We'll get better. There's guys on the RC Talk forum that are kind of helping guide me through it. So I didn't know there was there's spray-on liners for like the inside of the body, so that you can, you know, carve out your designs and whatnot. That was big game changer for me. 30th anniversary, what, 30th anniversary Kyosho? I wouldn't even know about that. Liquid mask, yep, that's what it's called. Yeah, I didn't know until 2 months ago that liquid mask existed. Man, that looks like dog shit. Let's get the heat gun out and put a little pigtail on that. Wherever the heat gun may be. Hey, do you use the Proline liquid mask or the Biddy Design liquid mask? Kyosho only made 300 MP10 30th anniversary Nitro buggy kits, signed by Kanai himself. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I don't know. I'm not really one for collectibles, so I don't know if I would have bought it, but I could definitely respect someone that has one. That's for sure. It'd be cool to have. I'm trying to get Lutz to sign my body. Let's see. We'll go with this one. And I just pulled it out of all that routing I just went through. I got a shorter one of these somewhere, dude. Here we go. I got some 4-inch ones. Might work a little better. Chrome pens? I did start with chrome pens. Are you talking chrome pens on the bodies or chrome pens on the wheels? So I've used them on the body. Not on the body. I've used them on the wheels. I don't really have the most steady hand though. You can see I got these DR10 wheels machined, and then they're in a bag right now, but the Proline wheels, these came out pretty good, I think. But I never thought about doing a chrome pen on the body. That's a pretty good idea. Also, let me get out the, look at the mess I've made. It's just, I can't keep a clean workspace, but I still need to get my glue gun out. Whenever I'm using a connector like this, I like to glue them just on the outside so that I got that extra security that it's not going to come apart. Trash. Spare parts. Spare parts. Spare parts. Beer. All right. We'll just go ahead and pigtail this. Well, it's not on there. All right, we've got 23 minutes until the Slash Modified unboxing. Again, if anyone wasn't here, there'll be a small trivia question. Whoever gets a trivia question right gets to name the Slash, but it's got to be family friendly. It's going to be hot. That ought to be good. So, I've never raced dirt oval before. Really, I haven't raced 10th scale much. I mean, I've done a little bit of carpet, four-wheel drive carpet, but my local hobby shop, they just started a Slash Modified spec class. And if you've ever raced before, you know that a typical race day for like 8th scale or 10th scale, you're looking at least a 4-hour commitment, you know, to get through all the classes and whatnot. But our spec class that will be, we're running it Friday. It'll be my first time going. Apparently, it only takes about an hour to get through, which is just an A+ in my book. See, I've got 2 kids under 2, so our local club races, our outdoor club races on Saturday. They usually start about 11, maybe 1 o'clock, and that's just extremely hard for me to do with my schedule. So, you know, Friday 6 o'clock for an hour, I can race spec class, you know, and I think it'd be a great time. The guy at the hobby shop up there, he's a super cool guy. I think they said they've got about 8 guys running it right now. So they just run it in their parking lot. It's not actual dirt, but it's racing and it doesn't take long. That's the biggest thing about racing for me, is how long it takes. But bonus points for it being a spec class. I don't got to dump a bunch of money into it. Let's see. My hot glue ready yet? All right, we got some chat going on. I am currently at a restaurant, at a wood-fired grill restaurant, eating dinner. I'm having lamb chops. Dude, don't rub it in. Oh my God. I just in my garage drinking beer, wishing I even had pizza rolls with me. Lamb chops at you're on your phone watching RC live streams. I salute you, sir. That's commitment to your hobby. Commitment to your sport. Commitment to me. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me while you're eating lamb chops at a very fancy restaurant. And I get the string everywhere. All right. So that's mounted rather sloppily. I mean, look at this. I mean, I get it. It's 3D printed. Some guy made it in his basement, and it was cheap. So, you know, I wasn't expecting much, but all the slop that's in this thing, it doesn't really sit level on the chassis. Hopefully it provides at least some adequate cooling. Man, I got that glue everywhere. There it goes. All right. Done with that. So I don't know how many of you guys actually follow the channel while that dries, but we're getting pretty close on the Nitro drag slash build. The main thing we're looking for right now, hopefully you get it done tonight, is to mount this wheelie bar and then get the engine put back in, and then I'll be ready to do some passes again, which I'm real excited for. My fastest pass currently is a 3.16, and that was when it was basically a stock Nitro slash. I had done, it's got a bump box conversion. You can see I got a bigger flywheel on it. It's got a bump box conversion, saved a little weight, It took me up from a 3.19 to a 3.16. The main thing that I was fighting was traction on takeoff. So now we should, now that we've got drag slicks on, we'll have a wheelie bar. We can start getting some good passes and hopefully working on tuning. Currently, the goal for either of my drag cars, the DR10 or the Slash, is under 3 seconds. I think. Again, I'm really green with no prep, but ideally, I'd like to get the drag slash under 2.5 and the DR10 under probably about 2.3 or so. Your date canceled on you, so you're having dinner? Yeah, man, don't let no lady stop your night plans. Or man, if that's what you're into. I don't know. Don't let nobody hold you back. Hell, I would have. If you would have invited me, I'd be there eating lamb chops with you, baby. That goes over here. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had lamb chops. I've never had the privilege. The nicest cut of meat I've had is we had a butcher here that did something called a cowboy cut. I'm not really sure what it was, but I tell you, it just melted in my mouth. I have had lamb. I had some ground lamb. It was, I don't know, tasted like meat. I take that back. When my wife and I went on our first fancy date, I had veal, and that was delicious. Deny Bob RC. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means, man. I'm not denying Bob. All right, we got 6 minutes till the unboxing. Let's get this thing back together. And then we're going to take a quick potty break. And then we'll get to the unboxing. We got 9 watching now. So for those that weren't around, in about 5 minutes, we're going to unbox that Slash modified Bibbs Construction. Are you drinking too, bud? Bibbs Construction, Deny Bob's RC. I don't know. In about 5 minutes, we're going to unbox that Slash modified. We'll have a little trivia question. Whoever gets it right gets to name the Slash modified. It'll go on my build thread for the rctalk.com forum. The only rule is it has to be a PG name. Other than that, first one to guess or answer the question wins. Bob's Construction Tomahawk. Never had a tomahawk steak. I hear it's a tomahawk steak is just how do I put it? There's a cut of meat that's the same as the tomahawk steak. It just doesn't have the long bone. Basically, for a tomahawk steak, you're just paying extra for that long bone. I'm not a butcher or anything. I don't know anything about meat, but that sounds like something a grocer would do. All right, let's start cleaning up here. Make some room for the Slash. The Slash modified. Don't think I'm gonna need my wrenches. Man, I made a mess though, I'll tell you that. I got my grandpa's old pair of channel locks from the 60s in the RC bag. Isn't that impressive? What kind of semi-trucks does Bob's RC have? I'm not sure. Are you still in the chat, Bob? Or is that a setup for a punchline? Where did I even grab these from? I don't see a spot in my bag for them. Maybe right there. do some stickering for the drag slash tonight too. All right, we've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes and we're unboxing the Slash Modified. Until then, I'm gonna go take a potty break real quick. I'll be right back. Right. We got 8 watching. We got 1 minute. 1 minute, we're gonna unbox this. I'll announce the trivia question and we'll see who gets to name it. No semis, just 1/18th Land Cruiser all done up. Very nice. Very nice. What's is it Denny Bob's RC Construction? What the hell is that? I don't. Oh, my Google alarm's going off. Hey Google, stop. All right. So it's 5:50. Time to unbox. The question for who gets to name it is you only get one guess. What color did I buy? And if you're on the RC Talk forum, it'll probably be an easy guess. So the colors to choose from, we've got red, orange, blue, green, and pink. Whoever gets it right gets to name the car. We got 10 people watching. Come on. Again, what color? Red, orange, blue, green, or pink? Royce's Adventures. You must be on the RC Talk forum because you know me. I got the pink one. Let's get it unboxed. What's the name of it gonna be, man? What do you want to call it? This is going on my rctalk.com build thread. I need a name for it. Royce, you were probably sticking around. You could tell I was a fan of the bright colors, couldn't you? You're not first time here, man. Well, what do you want to call it? What's your favorite thing in the world? So currently names for my cars. I've got this Nitro drag slash. I call it Dragon Ass. And then I've also got my DR10. Incomplete, but this one is called Six Pack Attack. So we got to come up with a name. The Pink Panther, I like it. The Pink Panther. We're gonna do a full build thread on it. I mean, really, we can't really do much building at spec racing, but once they come out with clear bodies, I'll do a Pink Panther theme on it. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. I like that, Pink Panther. Was it Jacques Cousteau? So, I've never raced oval before. I really haven't raced 10th scale. I've got a little bit of 4x4 carpet experience, but other than that, not much. Most of my background's in 8th scale. Thanks for the sub, Royce. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. So, fun fact, this is actually the first Traxxas I've ever bought brand new. The newest one I bought was a Slash Ultimate. It was in good condition, but I've never bought a brand new Traxxas. I'll tell you, the paint looks really good. I like the pink. Of course I like the pink. Mutter liquor. Three 4x4 VXLs? What are you doing with all those, dude? What do you need 4 of them for? It don't look bad, right? It ain't gonna look like that tomorrow. It's gonna be all dirty. It does look like an oval car. Alright. Oh. There's quite a bit of packaging in there. Looks like we got some numbers. Where'd my knife go? So I get to give it a number. Royce, what number should it be, dude? I was thinking 21. 21's what I used to run when I did motocross. My USA BMX number is 336, but I don't think I got enough numbers for that. Little Traxxas. I guess that's a warranty thing. Battery spacer. 420? What do you think, Royce? You and your kids race together? Royce's RC. You and your kids race together. What do you guys race? What? How can you eat a lamb chop sober, Wolf? You got to have a nice glass of scotch with a lamb chop, dude. Gotta have it. TQI. I don't think this comes with the TQI transmitter. I think it just comes with like a kind of a bare bones one. Yeah. It's just a basic TQ transmitter. I guess it's trying to upsell me on a TQI system, but joke's on them. I've already got one, but joke's on them. I actually run a FlySky MB4 Plus, so. Although I think for the first race or two, I'll probably stick with the stock transmitter, just because I'm the kind of guy that likes to upgrade as I go, and you know, I take it slow, dude. I want to see how much performance I get out of each upgrade. Oh, you guys just race at the park for fun. Your son's birthday is 420, but we can stick with 21 for you. No, dude, if you're April 20th, 420, I don't know if you're lying or not, but we'll do 420. I'll order some extra numbers. They got these smaller ones, I guess, in case you want to do a bigger number. We'll do 420 on it. Blaze, baby, blaze. What else do we got in here? Again, never bought a new Traxxas, so I don't really know what all they come with. This is just warnings and stuff, I guess. And then I think a manual trying to sell me on some Traxxas batteries. Oh, that's the one I need to keep. Probably got my exploded view and whatnot. Do you guys actually run the Traxxas batteries? Are they any good? It's 420. That is awesome, dude. Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna get some custom numbers for that. I'll order another sticker pack, and we're gonna number it 420 Pink Panther. Pink Panther 420. I'll probably get even some custom die cut stickers, and put Pink Panther somewhere on the body. The Pink Panther on the body. That way, everyone knows who they're messing with. Who they're gonna lap. All right. So let's get down to the good stuff. Obviously, all the tools you need to work on it. Let's go ahead and set this all out of the way for now. It sucks. I don't own a Traxxas battery, so the first thing I have to do is, do a bullet connector conversion on this. All the 2S I run are bullet connectors, so. Unless I think it's capable of 3S. I could probably do that. All right, how do I get to this thing efficiently? There it is. Third DUI. Okay. Well, hey, man. Uber. The greatest thing since sliced bread. I've used quite a few Ubers. Best way to avoid a DUI. I don't know why. I'm not sure why, but I like keeping all the original packaging in the box, and then I store the box up in the rafters of the garage, and then I feel like when I go to sell it, if I go to sell it, then I don't want to say it adds to the resale value, but it makes the buyer a little happier. Just one more thing to show that you care for your RCs, but check it out, guys. That thing is sick, nasty. Same on both sides. All right, now I got to figure out how to get the body off, though. I haven't dealt with this Traxxas clipless system. I guess it just pulls up. Looking at picking up the Mojave 6S, they're on sale for $4.99 right now. The Mojave 6S, I've got a list on the RC Talk forum in my profile that says, it lists all my favorite rigs. The Mojave 6S is in my top 3. That thing is an absolute beast. It handles well, it's fast as hell, and it's durable. The only thing about it is, like, if you like tuning diffs and stuff, it's kind of a pain because it's got all the bumpers and, like kind of the roll cage on it. Not like a roll cage, but everything's just a little harder to get to because of all the bumpers. But I would highly recommend picking up a Mojave 6S. You will not regret it. Bob's keeps the boxes too because he knows where it's at, dude. I mean, even if you don't sell it again, I don't know, it's just something I don't want to get rid of. Traxxas batteries are as good as smart batteries. Well, I never ran a smart battery either. I ran a max amps for a little bit, but the main battery that I go to is the China Hobbyline racing batteries. That's what I race 4S with, like 8th scale. And I'm not like good enough that I can really notice the difference between batteries. I'm sure once I start getting deep into no prep, then I'll start noticing. But for now, just my, kind of sticking with budget-friendly batteries is doing me well. So, all right, let's figure out how to get the body off because I have no idea. Okay, so there's clips right there, and then there's clips right there. So that was pretty easy. But how about getting to this on the back side? I guess if I go in from the back. Oh, there it is. Nice body. Got like a roll cage in it. Little man. It's actually, the Lexan feels pretty good. Decently thick. I think it'll hold up well. As compared to something like a Pro Line body, they just make them as thin as possible. So here we go. Here it is. Stiff, very stiff suspension. You see that bounce? I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Yeah. Pretty stiff. I don't know. I don't know if that's what a dirt oval car is supposed to be like. I do care. That's one thing. I take a lot of pride in my RCs, which on the resale side helps me, but if I'm going in for a trade, does not help me at all, because I notice a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot, but you know, some guys that are in the hobby, bashers in particular, don't really care about, you know, the quality of their car. But me, like, I'm pretty meticulous. Even if it is a basher, I keep it clean. I keep everything lubed. I change the oils regularly, just because, I mean, it's $400. I'm gonna take care of it, you know. And then when I go to sell it, I'm gonna get every penny I can for it because I took care of it. It is clipless. It's a clipless body. I don't have any experience with them, but there's these little, I don't know if you know Traxxas, there's these little clips right here. Let's see how easy it goes on. This is my first time though, so results may vary. The back's on. Oh, I think, there it is. It's on. A little struggle the first time, but you know, kind of once I figure out the placement, I'm sure it'll be easier. Money does not grow on trees, that is for sure. Wolf Traxxas from California wants to know where we're all at. I am in St. Louis, Missouri, on the south side of St. Louis, Missouri. Not on the north side where all the bad stuff has happened, but St. Louis, born and raised. And my wife will probably never let me leave, but that's okay. Georgia, beautiful. Ontario, Canada, Bob's RC. Canada's on my bucket list. I'd like to go mountain biking out there. I used to be, I mean, I still kind of am into BMX. Done a little bit of mountain biking. Canada, what's it called? Whistler is the place to go, though. Philadelphia. Ernest, Philadelphia. We got a lot of guys on the RC Talk forum out that way. I think we actually got some guys in Georgia, too. Maybe one in Canada, and then multiple in California. So let's take a look at the chassis. Like, again, suspension's real stiff. There's no sway bar, any roll bar on the back, but that's likely, I guess, gonna be an option part. Tires, tire compounds on the harder side. Feels like they got softer foams in there. So I've done a bit of research on them. Apparently, the tread pattern on the tire, they nailed it. So I don't know. Should I cut these connectors and put a battery in it and we see what it does? That might take me 30 minutes or so, but look at the pink shocks too. I just like the pink little accents. I'll do more too. It's the Pink Panther. Texas, dude, Texas. I wanted to move to Texas before I met my wife. Wow, this is quite the motley crew. What does that mean? Is that someone in the Discord? Oh, I got a new subscriber. Thank you, Third Coast RC, for the subscription. So what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see me do? You want to run it in the garage tonight? I can run it. I can do a little bit of oval testing right here. I don't think I'm going to try to do any tuning yet. Like I said, I want to run it stock first and kind of get a feel for it. And then I'll tune it little by little just because I like to see all the performance that I can get out of each upgrade. But I do know that the spec class that we're racing up at the hobby shop, it's on blacktop. It's not actually dirt, but you know, they just do blacktop oval. They allow you to upgrade the what's it called? Not the servo saver, but the whole steering system. That you can go to aluminum on that, and then they let you upgrade the gears and the servo to metal gears. I blank on everything when I drink, so I don't. Pardon me for not knowing what the steering system's called. Use adapters instead of cutting. You'll keep your warranty. I don't think I'm worried about a warranty. I mean, how far does the warranty go? You know. Texas, how's the Traxxas facility? I didn't know there was a Traxxas facility down there. I'm not really a big Traxxas guy. How far does the warranty go? I think I threw that piece of paper away, actually. I would imagine it's a limited warranty. Wish you had a track near you. Nearest one is 2 hours away. Where did you say you were from? Georgia? So we go to Florida like 2 times a year, and we always pass through Georgia. And I think I remember looking up tracks along the way. And we can't stop. We got 2 kids in the car, so we can't stop. But I'm pretty sure Georgia's got some baller tracks because they got clay. So I mean, like a 2-hour drive to drive a Georgia track would be. I mean, you're not going to do it every weekend, but that would definitely be awesome. You probably got clay in your backyard too. All right, I'm not running a Traxxas connector. I don't need a warranty. Had a Traxxas ECM overheat on you, and I sent it back for an RMA, and the car was 3 years old. I'll buy a new. So let me see how my battery fits in here, and then we can kind of get. I think the leads should work. Yeah, the leads will be fine. We'll put some bullet connectors on it. Oh yeah, that'll be beautiful. Line right up, real nice. I'm gonna need a larger spacer though. Clay everywhere. I tell you, man, if you got clay in your backyard, just build a backyard track. I've been, as I said on the forum, I've been fighting the urges to build a backyard track like a 14-year-old boy in Victoria's Secret. The one thing holding me back is wife and kids, just because I don't want my kids playing in mud when it rains and whatnot. See you on the next one. You taking off, Bob's? That's okay. I'm trying to do this every week. It's been 2 weeks since I did the last one, though, but hopefully on the next one we'll see you here. Catch you later, Bob. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Been a pleasure talking with you. And I wanted to see that DR10 Nitro build on the RC Talk forum, dude. It has to. It has to. So let's get the soldering iron out. We're gonna put some bullet connectors on here. Warm it up. I just use a Milwaukee soldering iron. Some guys got really fancy, you know, high dollar specific temperature ones. And I'm sure it makes a difference, but for me, it's just, I just want to run my car and race. Oh man, I missed. Okay, let me get got a pair of wire strippers in here somewhere. So who else we got in here? It looks like we've got a pretty active chat. I mean, we got 9 people watching, and South Carolina, big track in Easley, South Carolina. I don't know what track it is. I don't know. Maybe one day, once I'm retired, I can travel and hit all the tracks. For now, I just run St. Louis dirt burners. So, let me find my connectors. I like to, uh-oh. Did we lose connection? No, we're back, okay. I run these, well, these aren't it. It might actually be in my bag. There they are. Nope. What the heck? I'm kind of specific about the connectors that I run. I run a, it's like a 4 and a 5 mil connector. So you can run either 4 or 5 mil bullets. But I'm not seeing them. I know I had more. Oh wait, I got a 3S battery in there. I should probably put that in the, there they are. Bingo. They're 4 and 5 mil, so you can kind of mix and match your batteries. Also gonna, should I grab my jig? Nah. I'll just use my clamp. Loganville, Georgia has a track, but it's kind of far. I'm northwest of Atlanta. If you followed any of the other streams, we've talked geography, and I know absolutely nothing. I can tell you about Atlanta. Don't go there. If you plan on driving through, just drive around, dude. We got stuck in traffic there for 3 hours trying to drive through. Just drive through the metro. Loganville, Georgia track. That sounds familiar. I've only been into racing for a year and a half, so I don't know the names of all the tracks, but I know I've heard the Loganville track before. So yeah, around here we've got St. Louis dirt burners, and then it's hard to do when you've been drinking. We used to have an indoor off-road dirt track called Smack Track, and they closed like right when I got into RC, unfortunately. But then we also had an indoor on-road carpet track called Pro Level, and then when Smack Track closed, the owner of Pro Level kind of built a couple ramps and set them out on the indoor track so that the off-road guys would have somewhere to run. So you swap out your center diff for a slipper clutch and you're running carpet. So and that lasted for, I want to say 3 or 4 months, and then Pro Level had to close because of some redevelopment in that area, but they're looking to reopen over in like real western Illinois, East St. Louis. So Milwaukee Soldering? Wait, I'm in Milwaukee Soldering. Wow, I thought you were at a steakhouse eating lamb chops. Crack that beer, baby. Dude, so South Florida, race RC cars, I hear, like, it seems like Florida's the place to be if you want to race some RC cars, man. They've got it all. I need to order some more connectors. I'm terrible at misplacing stuff, but yeah, no. So we go in Florida. We go to St. Augustine, and we go to Destin, and then we also go to Orange Beach, Alabama. So what did we go last time? I think we went think we went to Orange Beach, Alabama, but like the closest track was an hour or an hour and a half away. So I didn't really end up running. But next time we go down, I want to see if there's any like no prep racing. I'm going to do quite a bit of research beforehand to see what I can race down there, whether it be oval, 8th scale off-road, no prep. I got my slash ultimate, whatever it takes to race down there, even if it's just, just be one night. Go down there and have some fun. This is going to be the tricky part. How do I want to do this? Right there. That's money. Man, these are some very small wires on this ESC. You know what? I actually want to trim. That's way too long. Made that wire too long. It'd be sticking out of the connector. There we go. Try again. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. 7-second breakout racing. What does that mean? There's no more grass track in my backyard. I was thinking about doing a grass track in the backyard. I've got a nice, really flat backyard. It'd be nothing to just mow an oval into it and, run RC for a weekend. I've also thought about just doing a full-on, 1/10 scale dirt track back there. From North Carolina, thanks for the content. For sure, Henry. For sure, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everybody showing us where you're at. Again, man. RCTalk.com. We've got a members map. You can find people to run with out by you. If you're a basher or you're looking to get into racing, we got all kinds of guys out there that are willing to help. A lot of knowledge. Or if you're even not, you don't find someone from your area, just people to hang out with, dude. I've pretty much given up social media since I got on RC Talk. Just like the coolest dudes on there. And they all, everyone shares a love for RC. It's different than Facebook groups, just anyone can join a Facebook group and talk RC, but you get the dedicated guys on the forums that know what they're talking about. Dragon Mud Boss. 7-second breakout racing is Dragon Mud Boss. How's the mudding in North Carolina? Like RC mudding? Because they do mud drag races too. That's pretty BA. Alright. Put a little more. Well, nah, as long as it sticks, right? When you're soldering. As long as it sticks. That might be it. That might be money. Any day now. Wait for it to take. I hope I'm not melting plastic. There it goes. Bingo. Alright, let that cool off. We've got some bullet connectors, boys. If you're faster than 7 seconds, your lap doesn't count, but you try to pull 7 seconds. So is it like you get so many laps and whoever, let me see. thinking about going 7-second breakout racing. If you're faster than 7 seconds, your lap doesn't count, but you try to pull 7 seconds. So like, whoever gets the fastest lap in so many laps. I'm all for time trials, dude. That was one thing I did in Forza quite a bit, just time trials. I tell you, Traxxas might have thought this out with how long to make these wires so that you could run a bullet connector. Because they'll reach in like any position where you might have a battery. Let me see if I've got another spacer. Because I think my Z pack. So I run these CNHL 4900s, and I also run a Z 5000. Let me see if that'll fit the same. I don't know if they're the same size. Yeah, so I got the Z 5000. Same size, but they are different bullet connectors. So that's where having these 5 and 4 mil connectors come in handy. That's the only spacer that came with. I know I've got another one in here somewhere. Maybe I don't. Okay, so question for the 10th scale guys. Like a 5,000 milliamp hour shorty pack, or will I be better off running like a 6,000 to 8,000 milliamp hour standard pack in this? So for our racing, we're only doing 5 laps of oval. That's what he said, at least 5 laps. So this will last me, hell, maybe the whole night. But as far as voltage sag and whatnot, I think I just stick with the shorty packs, and I can even change them out after every race and just top them off. Let's just go with that. And then we're gonna put it closer to the back, just to keep the weight back. I think this is tape. Yeah. Bing bang boom. Right there, snug fit. Put our little doohickey on. It's got that little bit of offset on it, I guess, so you can kind of press down the battery if you need to. Oh yeah, that's a good fit. Great. Oh no! It goes right over the bullet connectors. Oh, we'll just turn it around. Okay. I got scared for a minute. Bingo. Bingo, bango, bongo. 5250C. Okay, here, I got to read through all these real quick. You run 5,000, but not sure for racing. Your RC is ARMA Sentin 3S modded to a 6S ESC with a 2400 kV motor. Dude, does it not just break every time you give it gas? 5250C SMC. So really, a 50C battery. I guess it's an SMC though, so you're probably still, even at 50C, you're not going to get that much voltage drop. I'm guessing that's a shorty battery too, for just the milliamp hour. You don't break everything on that sentence for box stock class. So we can run anything, any battery. He said. I don't know. Like I said, I'll run these, and then once. He also mentioned that none of them had really started trying any tuning. So maybe once the competition heats up, I'll invest in a little bigger battery. You don't. That's surprising that with the 6S. Now, are you running 6S on that Sentin, or are you still running 3S? Check my polarity here. Turn that around. Ooh, it's a stretch. It's a stretch. Maybe if we put it up front then. I mean, you just got to do what you got to do. Its nickname is Demon Child 6S. It's 90 mile an hour. Is it like is it set up for speed running? Is it set up for bashing? What do you got going on, dude? Demon Child. So for anyone that wasn't around, Royce's Adventures got to name this. This is now the Pink Panther, and we're gonna order some extra numbers for it. It's gonna be number 420. So 420 Pink Panther coming at you hard and heavy. All right. So I got my battery situation sorted out. Not as bad as I thought. Let's get some batteries in here. 4 AA's. Bash and speed. It's 6S bashing on a 3S rig. So I've done it before. You know, I had the, which one was it? I had the Big Rock. I've had almost all the 3S rigs, but which one was it that I put 6S to? The Infraction, the 3S Infraction. And I set it up to, I didn't set it up. I was just like, oh, I'm just going to speed run it. And I just broke it every time on 6S. They're awesome cars. The 3S Arma line, you know, anyone that's looking to get an RC, I always tell them 3S Arma. It's great. All right, let me grab some batteries. I got some Arma batteries in here. All right, check this out. I've got Arma batteries going in a Traxxas transmitter. You think I'm going to burst it into flames? Or you think the transmitter... Honestly, I'll probably just wreck the car. Let's see. It's got to be bad voodoo. It's already telling me no. So we probably should calibrate the ESC out of the box. And I'm sure I threw away that package. It's somewhere over here. So let me figure out how to calibrate the ESC real quick. The diffs were the thing that I broke every time. The hot racing diffs, I guess they're metal. You've got to do that. Royce's Adventures. My son's friend has one of the modified slashes, and it was fast. He was just running it in the open field. We'll see. We'll see. I only really plan on running it on 2S. I'm sure if you run it on 3S, it's just going to be balls to the walls, uncontrollable. But, I don't know. If I get a 3S with bullet connectors, why not throw it in there? Or maybe I can make an adapter. So I call my 3S batteries, I run XT60. On the 4S, I move up to XT90. But maybe I'll make a bullet connector, just 3S it just for the hell of it. All right, I need to figure out how to calibrate this ESC. Mod 1 and your 3S Infraction. Yes. Essential. 3S just buy drag slash. I've got a drag slash. It's Nitro though. Well, so drag class, you're only like most drag classes. If you're actually racing, you're only allowed to run 2S. I don't know how a 3S drag car would really do. Probably good if you got your setup right. I'm sure it would do fine. But yeah, Mod 1, the Mod 1 gears that they make. Who makes them? I had a Mod 1 conversion for one of my Arma 3S rigs, and it was great. That, and if you go with like the 4S Creighton or Outcast diffs, the thing almost becomes indestructible. Aside from that center drive shaft, will strip out. made that one. And then I ran a metal drive shaft in the middle for a bit, but it's not like a factory brand drive shaft. It was just some AliExpress metal drive shaft, and it held up for a while, but it started to get a little warped and pitted and whatnot. Just didn't perform as well. Okay, plastic slipper clutch, essential if you're running that kind of power. Wait, now, are you the one that said Mod 1? No, you didn't say Mod 1. You built a 51 Ford body Arma? Yeah, if you got the proper slipper clutch in it and your proper slipper setup, then I suppose it'd be just fine. All right, turning your model, operating your model, transmitter adjustment. Plug the battery in. Select a throttle mode, sport race, or training. Calibrating the speed control. There we go. The speed control is calibrated at the factory. If the LED on the speed control is flashing green, then follow these steps to recalibrate it. Set the throttle to neutral position. So I don't trust factory workers. I'm trying to get all the performance I can out of this thing. Step 1, connect a fully charged battery to the model. Step 2, turn on the transmitter with throttle at neutral. Press and hold the easy start button. The LED will first turn green, then red. Release the easy start button. Step 4, do not press the easy start button. Just kidding. When the LED blinks red once, pull the throttle trigger to the full throttle position and hold there. All right, and then I think it's pretty straightforward from there. When it blinks red twice, forward, blinks green, programming is complete, blah, 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 blah. Got that. Actually, I kind of want to know what that, you built a 51 Ford body slash. What kind of slash? Like an off-road slash, a slash modified, a drag slash? Probably a drag slash. You know what? Is that 51 Ford body that super sweet Proline body? Let me see. Because there was a Proline body. I think it was Proline that I was looking at for the DR10. And it was just like a nasty looking truck. It looks so good. Ford RC body. Okay, so if I had to guess, it's kind of like almost like a Gravedigger mail van. That would be cool on a slash. That's a classic style body, especially on a drag slash. Yeah, that'd be sick. I think we're ready to go. Did I turn this off and then back on? All right, should we just run some ovals in the garage? I am no oval racer, and this is a very small garage. I think it's a little propped open right now, so I might close it. That way it doesn't go outside. Alright. So, let me get this camera set up. Oh, we get the body on. Drag, yeah. That's the body you used for the drag car? Light the tires up? You mean just let them screech on the mat here? Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, you guys gotta love that sound. I don't know how it came through with the mic, but they sound like they're gonna grip. I mean, this is a pretty grippy surface, though. Oh, light them up on the floor. Well, you just want to see donuts? All right, let's get the body on. And just give me 10 minutes real quick. Now remember, this has to go kind of like that goes in first. That presses down. That's in. That's the key to it. You just set the nose in there, and then you're set. Let's we're gonna put it on the ground first. Oh, let's get the camera set up. All right. Oh gosh. Pardon my. All right. That might be about as good as it's gonna get. Get my boots out of the way. And let's play, dude. It's gonna grip. It's gonna grip on this floor. Oh, dude, that's sweet. I like the screeching sound. I wish. Oh, that's kind of yucky. Like, so here, watch this. I'm gonna try to show this to you guys. I mean, it's just kind of personal preference. It's no big deal, but so like if I'm going backwards, that was 3 clicks backwards and still not going forward. I mean, it's 3 clicks full throttle, still not going forward. That might be something. Oh, first scratch. Yeah, dude, this thing's sick. Should we sounds good. Check your spacing for your pinion and spur. What, do you hear something that doesn't sound good? I think it sounds all right. As far as gear mesh goes, or are you thinking that's something from the factory? I have heard that the body will kind of get stuck in there. Oh, that one didn't. I guess maybe if the suspension's compressed, it'll present a problem. Oh, you always check when it's new. That probably might have been smart of me to do, but I'm a few beers deep, so I mean, do you guys want me to check it, or you want me to set up some beer cans and do some oval? If it blows up, it blows up. Let's go buy a new one. Actually, I think I got spurs in the drawer here. It's probably a metal pinion. Let me set up some beer cans. We'll see if we can do a couple ovals. It's gonna be tight, that's for sure. It probably be more like drifting than anything. Yeah, what do I got? 10 foot right here. Yeah, I mean, they're cheap, so like that's kind of one of the things, like a spur gear, that's one of the things that I'll have in the racing pack, just in case. You know, a spur gear, it might strip out, you might get a rock in it, or it might crack, whatever. Just, it's cheap, you just have it on you. Pinions too. I always keep an assortment of pinions. All right, let's go. Oh, foul. Really, it doesn't, it's not too bad. I just kind of got to get my depth perception right. I should probably be about 6 beers less. And it probably, oh, you guys probably can't even see. I was probably standing in the way the whole time. Figure 8. Okay, let's figure 8. Ooh, that's harder. Party foul. Yeah, this is pretty fun, man. I mean, even though I'm in a fucking 20 by 20 garage, This is a good time. All right. It's almost, it feels more like drifting than over racing right now, but. All right. Let's go for left turn figure 8. Yeah, this is totally more drifting than anything. Breaking into tires. Scratch number 2. Let's see how close I can drift to the beer can without knocking it over, if I can. And these transmitters. Dude, I'm like an inch from it. That was pretty good first try. All right. Do you guys want to see anything else with this before I put it up? So we can either keep playing with this. We could work on the Nitro drag slash. I got all these here. The 8th scale needs an alignment. The monster truck, it needs 4-wheel steer, but it ain't here yet. And I mean I got a Nitro Rustler up there that I put a new fuel tank in it. I'm trying to get it to run right, but it hasn't ran right yet. So, or we can do something really boring, and we can work on rewiring the B74. You want to do an alignment on the 8th scale? All right, let's do it. I'll get out my kit. So, this is my Kyosho MP10 ready set. Let me turn off the old Traxxas here. I gotta say, dude, this thing just looks so sick. So cool. And then getting the body off is a bit of a pain, but maybe turn it off from here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, the 8th scale still needs an alignment. Probably do. It's just running factory, camber and whatnot. This is a beautiful RC. Well, thank you. This is the first body that I no, it's the second body that I really tried to do a design on. It didn't come out perfect, but like you can see, it's got some specks in the paint there, and not all the lines are perfect, but it's there's a learning curve to it, and I'm here to learn, man. I'm here to give it everything I got and then do it again a month later. All right, so we got 45 minutes left of the stream. Let's see what we can get done. Looking for my tire wrench, though. Use this one. Yeah, I didn't know about, what was mentioned earlier in the chat. There's a liquid mask. Liquid mask is what it's called. But basically, like how you have an overspray film on the outside of a body, you can spray a film on the inside of the body, and then you draw your design, cut out that film, little by little, and do your painting. I had no idea that was a thing. So everybody I've done, I've been doing the liquid masks on. This one came out really cool. I put some flake in there. But, the designs are kind of iffy. I'm not a very artsy person. It's all kind of in the works. I feel like the more I practice, the better I'll be. But only time will tell. So we're not going to do anything too crazy with the alignment here. Just want to make sure everything's, you know, kind of, what do you call it? Symmetrical. Maybe like 1 degree of toe, 1 degree of camber on the front, and then probably 0 degree camber in the back. I like to have a pretty loose back end and a assertive front end. Oh, the Sky RC setup system, awesome. Comparable to the Hootie. I think it runs a little less. The only thing I wish is that I could get one of these, you know, I guess, I don't know what it's called, a toe plate. I wish I could get it in truggy size. Let's go ahead and get her going. Royce's gonna run, but we'll check out RC Talk. Yes, dude, we'll see you there. You know, we'll see you there, bro. It's a good time over there. It's always a party. Everyone's super welcoming. Thank you for stopping in tonight, dude. You've been great. And check out RC Talk to see the Pink Panther build. In your honor. Okay, so we got, I know one of these goes on the front. Yeah, this one I think is for the front. You got front, rear. They're both different. I don't use this thing too often, but when I do, it's pretty handy. That one will go there. Maybe they aren't front. Maybe they're all the same. No, they're left and right. That's for sure. I don't know how many people are in here. How long everyone has been in here. But so this is actually an MP10 ready set that's had quite a bit of work done to it recently. So I had the MP10 TKI 2, no, TKI 3, MP10E TKI 2, and the MP10 Truggy about a year ago. I thought I was done racing. I sold them all. I was very wrong, but I didn't want to dump all that money back in and feel like, you know, kind of how I did at the end of the season last year. So I bought the ready set, and I'm thoroughly pleased with it. It came with this KE21 engine, which performed pretty good. I did a pretty suboptimal break-in for it. I was really eager to run. And it's due for a new piston sleeve and a conrod. But I don't know. I might still have some life in it. Anyway, I put an alpha engine in it. I'm a big Lutz fan. I get a lot from Lutz RC. I try to support small businesses when I can, so. But no, dude, this the MP10 ready set's great, and we have a couple local Kyosho team drivers. One of them gave me some towers, so I got the TKI 3 towers, or you know, the kit towers. I upgraded the throttle servo and brake, the arm, and the linkages to the kit linkages. I got the Dynamite 053 pipe. I've got some Yanters. They're budget servos. They're about, I think they're like $80 a piece on AliExpress, but they're stupid fast. The only thing about them is if you run like a throttle return spring or band, there's no number of throttle return springs or bands that'll pull them back together if they lose power. So I'll probably end up swapping out the throttle servo for the Send It HV. I think it's a 626. That's what a lot of the local guys run. But I mean, for steering, things great. All right. I completely forgot how to do this. I need these. Man, it's been a while since I used this thing. How does this go on there? I look like total amateur right now. What is going on? Thinking about getting a Nitro RC, but don't think my neighbors would like it. Screw your neighbors, dude. I don't know. Do you live in an HOA? Is that where the problem would begin? There it is. That's what I need, I think. Yeah, that's it. Right. It goes there. No, it doesn't go there. I gotta figure out how to use this thing again. So this is my... Holy shit. Oh, no! Oh my gosh, I'm such a nub. It's my camber gauge. It's my camber gauge. Your neighbors are good except for one. See, I've got good neighbors. Up to the point they don't, I mean, I don't like run my Nitros around the neighborhood, but I'll do a break-in out front. One of my neighbors is actually pretty into RC cars, so obviously he's cool with it, but I guess they wouldn't want to hear it all the time. I tell you, you know what you don't want to get if you care about your neighbors is one of these. This thing, I've got a Silverado with a glass pack on it, and I swear this thing's louder than it. It's absolutely ridiculous. It'll wake the dead. I know, I got a glass pack. It's like I'm in high school again. Whatever. But no, those 5Bs, they are loud. A 2-stroke RC? Like a gas 2-stroke or a nitro 2-stroke? So I actually just sold a Rampage that I mean, it wasn't as loud. It kind of sounded like a leaf blower, I felt like. But I had that Rampage up until I got the 5B, and then once I had the 5B, I was like, I don't need this thing. Yeah, so that was the Rovin Baja. Well, you'll like this. It's the Rovin Baja with an H 5B. It's a 2-stroke. I believe it's a 29cc engine. Should I just start it on the stream? You're the only one really watching. You want me to just go ahead and start it? See how ridiculous it is? Have you never seen one of these before? Let me know. And I mean, they're not like super expensive. Be nice to my neighbors. I'm in a garage, dude. The garage is closed. You know what? Let's do it. So, warning to headphone users. This is gonna be, if you have headphones, you might want to take them out. So you've seen the 5B. I'm just gonna start just because I like to hear how it sounds, even if I just start it for a minute. Oh, where's that power switch at? The one thing about it is it's got like no steering. I got noise canceling headphones and I'm going to take them out. Tell me, how was the audio quality on that? It's probably absolutely terrible. But on the plus side, now I've got haze all in my garage. It smells like two-stroke. I'm in heaven. Oh, where are we at with that power switch? You have a headset on. It was pretty good. Really? Hey, what's up, Jackson Aviation? Jackson RC Aviation. Jackson, what particular area of aviation are you into? Helis, planes, electric, nitro. I'm surprised that you like the audio on that because this microphone I got was just a budget one. Oh, I got to do this. All right, let's get my toast up. Grab a battery and my transmitter.
Welcome to Noble Plus.
Just doing a 6-volt. Uh-oh. Oh, probably ought to turn it on. Power switches are new to me. I haven't ran a power switch until this rebuild. All right, so it works. My steering is zeroed. New beer. So what are we going about? Probably 1 degree of tow. Holy cow. There we go. We're at quite a bit of tow currently. Man, so we're at like 10 degrees. Let's fix that. I mean, I like an aggressive front end, but that's a little much for me. Where's my wrench at? Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it. I think I got a spare. Planes, jets, turbines, gas, electric drones, anything. You got it. That sounds like, do you post a lot on YouTube? I think I might have to give you a follow. Dude, turbines are sick. Where is my wrench? I have one in my bag. I always lose track of where I keep everything in my bag. Alright, let me see if I got another one in here. Yeah, there we go. So let's go 1 degree of tow. Favorite upgrade for Arma is the Dumbo RC controller. That is, yeah, for the money, that is the best controller you can get. I'm pretty sure this one for the Roven is just a rebranded Dumbo controller, but I mean, it's excellent. It's even got all kinds of like programming parameters you can do through, I don't know, all the buttons and shit, but I haven't done that. And it's got a micro USB port? I'm not sure what that's for, but yeah, the Dumbo transmitters are real nice, and then they just came out with that new one that's got that carbon look to it. That one's very nice. Although I can't say I've ever ran a Dumbo controller. All I've heard is tremendous things about them. Need to turn that off. It's got like a reminder on it. It just beeps at you if you haven't used it in like 30 seconds. Kind of annoying. Dumbo controllers are excellent for the value, for the money. Started a big A10, no vids on it yet, work in progress. Dude. Build thread on rctalk.com. You'll have so many followers. We got a lot of aviation guys out there. Stock servo and Arma and just changing the RC controller made it steer quicker. No kidding. Those, I mean, the stock servo isn't bad. I usually buy quite a few of them from like Jenny's just because I don't, they're easy to swap out and they're cheap on Jenny's. Wait, I gotta lengthen this. I'm going the wrong way. So that was 3 turns. Not 3 turns, but you know. 3. Let's go 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and then 1. Oh my gosh, I hate this wrench. Agonizing. 2. 3. Okay. I went the wrong way. I've been drinking too much. So we'll just go 6 the other way. With the controller, I have gyro. Yeah, gyro it makes a big difference. It's kind of surprising. I guess, does the SLT2, SLT3, I guess, does it come with it? I never really noticed that. But yeah, no, having a gyro makes a world of difference, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We're going in the right direction now. 6. Shut up. All right, where are we at? Man, we really haven't moved at all. Still at about 10 degrees. So let's go another 3 on both sides. Come on. If my wrench will cooperate. What, anyone have a wrench recommendation? Something with all-wheel drive, it's not really that good. Sometimes it's a pain. So I would argue that. I would argue on my what's that? The Slash 4x4 Ultimate. I can't hardly drive that thing without that Traxxas system. I think they're kind of like, it's something you got to tune though, your gyro sensitivity. No, wrong way. So I know the turnbuckles have a notch on them telling you which way to turn them. The side with the notch is the reverse threads. I'm just kind of an idiot. So it makes it 1, 2, 2, and then 3. We started buying trucks a year ago. Love it. I think we have about 20 trucks now. Armo, Losi, Traxxas have 2 of the John Force funny cars still in box for 10 years. Damn! Those are worth some money. No, so I Not sure how long you've been in the chat, but I tried aviation with the flight test simple storch. Spent a couple Saturday mornings, 2 hours at a time building it. Went out to fly, flew it straight into the ground, threw it in the trash, and that's my experience with aviation. 10% and it's still messing you up on 4x4. Dude, why does it seem like this isn't changing at all? Is this like upside down or something? What we got going here? It's still pointing out. I feel like. Or do you set it per side? That's what you, I am the worst. 10% and still messing you up. That's a surprise. I really don't have much experience with gyros. But, which way do I need to go now? I gotta go in. Because I'm towing in now. No, I don't have much experience with gyros. I haven't really, because they're not allowed in many racing classes other than drifting. But I do know that without that TQI system at about, I'd probably run it at 20, 30%. I cannot drive that slash like I do. 2, 3. Yeah, I was doing this wrong the whole time. So now I'm at 0 degrees on this side. Take it in a little bit more till I hit 1, and then I can do the other side, I guess. A little bit more. Money. When you were doing dirt oval, it was messing you up, but on road it was okay. Gets frustrating for sure. Some you can fix, the rest hit too hard to recover. So yeah, Jackson, like I don't know. I spent. The flight test kits aren't really expensive, I guess, but there was a lot of time's pretty of an essence for me. So 8 hours, and then I kept on burning my fingers on the glue. To fly it into the ground was a bit off-putting. I've used simulators. I do pretty good on the simulators. Maybe if I bought like a kit, I'd do better. But I'm just kind of turned off on flying right now. I do want to try helicopters, but I feel like I'll just stick with the simulator for a bit. When you were doing dirt oval, it's Joker SX. When you were doing dirt oval, it was messing you up, but on road it was okay. Is gyro allowed in dirt oval? I guess maybe where you're running. And then dirt oval is kind of like a bit of, there's like some drift to it, right? So I think as the gyro is supposed to make up for the drift, isn't it? The oversteer. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna turn you off. Yeah, I really overdid this one. Bring it in. 6 turns. 1, 2, 3. I'm still learning everything, dude. I mean, I've been into RC for almost 2 years now, but I'll admit it, I'm still green, dude. I've got a lot to learn. I'm going the wrong way. Exactly, I've got a lot to learn, and that's what I'm here for. I'll accept any critiquing you guys have. Send it my way. Any knowledge you guys might have. We have one. It's not a race. Oh, okay. So you're just kind of running dirt oval in your backyard or for fun, wherever your track might be. See, that's the way it should be. Once you start getting stuff sanctioned, it's kind of, man. I mean, I don't want to say it's not fun. But it's a lot more fun to, go out to a field with your buddies and run RC cars. Even though I don't do that, I go race. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the Traxxas Modified. You know, it just dudes up at the hobby shop that just want to run oval. So that's what we're going to do. No transponders or nothing. Just some buddies putting in laps. Man, I took this thing a ways out. So I've been thinking about cutting an oval into my backyard, just to run my 10th scale stuff. Or I mean, even if I wanted to run this buggy to finish the engine break in, run it back there. But I don't want to kill my grass. I put a lot of money into my grass. Whenever you were running dirt, you had to turn your power down to 40%. Running dirt oval. See, that's something I need to learn too, like just different surfaces for running oval. Because we're gonna be running on blacktop. But so from what the hobby shop guy said, that a blacktop setup is gonna be a lot different than a dirt oval setup, and then even dirt oval setups will vary. Depending on, well, obviously, you know, your track conditions, but if you've got like a bank on either side or whatnot. But the thing I'm the most stoked about, I've never ran a spec class. So running, or I mean, like, you know, a stock class. So the only thing you're allowed to change is your transmitter, your servo gears, and then your bell crank. You can upgrade to metal servo gears and a metal bell crank. And, it really evens the playing field. You know, I almost wish they would require the stock transmitter, but eventually I'll start running it on this Fly Sky just because I don't. You know, you're racing. The goal's to win. I don't want to just show up and be mediocre every time. All right, so I got my toe done. Nope, I think I went a little far on that one. Maybe just a hair far. Actually, it looked good. They look even. I'll take it. About 2.5 degrees. Let's check my camber. Camber on the front. Aim for 1 or 2 degrees. Just trying to get a nice aggressive front. It's at 0. Yeah, so we're at straight up and down on the front. Let's go ahead and get -1 on it. Half a turn. Come on, baby. Don't fight me now. And of course I'm going the wrong way. Every time. I can't be the only one though, right? I probably am though. A little bit more. There we go. What's the increment? Yeah, that's 1 degree. Do the other side. That one's already set. Maybe a little hair off. Huh. So I was already out of alignment. Well, now I went too much. Let me see. Let me see how close they are to each other. Yeah, that one needs to come back. Maybe I wasn't out of alignment. I'll take it. Beautiful. On the money. Now to the rear end. I'm not going to mess with toe on the rear just because I don't want to change the pills. I think we might finish up this stream with doing a couple more donuts. after I get this done, we might just do a couple more donuts in the modified. Just I saw we gotta drive it. So let's see what we got back here. We're gonna go for 0 degrees on the rear, which we're at about 2. Like I said, I like a nice loose rear. Did I go? I go the wrong way every time. Use Z 3000 milliamp hour soft case batteries, 2 of them. Wait a minute. 2 3S batteries for dirt oval? You're running 6S dirt oval? I mean, I guess if you're running with your buds, that's perfectly fine. What did we even talk about what car you're running? What car are you running? 6S dirt oval sounds fun as hell, dude. For everything. 2 of them for everything. We go almost to 0 degrees. For bashing, dirt oval. Yeah, what's your rig, man? Arma. Okay, so you're the run. Wait a minute. So we had someone else say a Sentin. Yeah, Sentin 3S. You said you're running 6S on it. Okay, sorry. I've been trying to. Sentin 3S, 6S. 4-wheel drive, right? Yeah. That thing's probably a beast. Yeah, you're running 4-wheel drive, 10% gyro. Yeah, I'm sure that thing's an absolute beast. They're indestructible, those Sentins. They're like the Mojave. Other than, I don't know. I guess the drivetrain probably doesn't take that too much of a beating because it's got those smaller wheels on it, as opposed to something like the Big Rock or the what's that? The Granite. Those bigger wheels add quite a bit of beating. What the hell's going on here? So I've had almost every Arma 3S, I guess except for the Sentin. I've had the Vortex. I had a Granite. I converted it to a Big Rock.
Signal lost.
Uh-oh. And then
Signal lost.
and then I converted the Big Rock to a Typhon 3S. And then is there another one? There's the Sentin, Big Rock, Titan. I had a Vortex Boost that I converted to 3S with a Hobby Wing 10BL 3700 kV system. That thing ripped. Where do I need to go? I need to go out. So I've had them all but the Sentin. Although I have had. Okay, that battery's dead. I have had the Mojave 6S, which is pretty cool. Swap the tires out to D-Boot Hoons Silver. Because D-Boot Hoons, those are that's a street tire, isn't it? Let me see. D-Boot Hoons. Yeah, that's a street tire. Oh, that thing probably rips on the road. Or I mean, even if you're on like some hard packed dirt. I have never really done much on road or even like just soft tread tires. Everything I run is like a Penn tire for off road. Why will this thing not work with me? It's like I keep like I'll go one way. I've been drinking too much. I'll go one way and I'll get closer, and then I'll go the other way and I'll get further. Let me see. Let me think. So the side with the line is reverse threaded, so the side without the line is regular. I want this to get longer, so I want to unthread it. I want to go forward with this, right? Is that right? I want to go forward. So let's just take it two. I'm way off. 3, 4. All right. I overshoot it, of course. Take one back. Just a hair more. And we're there. Alignment complete. I rid myself of this burden. All right. So this thing's ready to run, dude. I gotta, all I really gotta do is finish the break-in on the track, and then we're good to go. $50 for 2, so 100 all around. How long do those last you? Because I'm sure you're just ripping them. 6S, those things are probably spinning their balls off. Yeah, that thing's got to be cooking on 6S. Unless you're running real geared down. Well, you're running like a 27. You said it before, like a 2700 kV motor on 6S. That's pretty cooking, dude. What was it? If I can find it. Yeah, 2400 kV motor on 6S. That's cooking. You said 90 mile an hour Demon Child. Do those Hoon tires actually hold up to 90? I thought you had to go foams over like 80. I had a brief stint of speed running. By that I mean I got up to like 70 on my big rock, and then I called it a day. But probably be wrapping up the stream here. Getting late. The wife will be coming home with the kids soon, so we'll have to get them ready for bed and whatnot. Spur 20, Pinion 57. I don't know what that means. That sounds kind of high. Yeah, 100 mile an hour. 2057 is a pretty low ratio, especially with that kind of rotation. I bet that thing just absolutely cooks. Hey, you know what you ought to do? You might have the opposite. Yeah, okay, yeah, the opposite. 22th Pinion, 57.2 Spur. Yeah, for sure. Dude, show me what you got. Go on to the rctalk.com and do a build thread on it. I want to see it. I'll bet it does 90 mile an hour. It's probably the fastest Sentin in the world. Didn't Tomley RC he did a Vortex build that did like 100 mile an hour. What am I doing? Look at how much I've been drinking. I put the caps for the setup system on the wheels. What's the general consensus on like Tomley RC and Kevin Talbot? Because they're the ones that got me into RC, but I really don't watch Tomley anymore just because I'm busy watching racing. And when I watch Kevin, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel hardcore RC to me. It feels the production quality is too high. There's a dude that has one that goes over 100 mile an hour on 3S Sentin. That's just unnecessary. It's just unnecessary, baby. Unless, maybe if you're speed running. Maybe if you're speed running. Kevin is freestyle. What do you mean by freestyle? I'm a big fan of like Kevin's content, like his really early crawler stuff, that's like really what got me into RC. Like when he put a 6S system in a TRX4, and we was just doing all kinds of crazy stuff like that. And I used to like the basher videos, but now that I'm getting more into RC and I kind of see, and I mean it's his money, he can do whatever he wants with it, but it just, I don't like seeing cars just driven into a wall for fun. Not really my forte. But like I said, it's his money. He can do whatever he wants with it. It's working for him. You know, obviously there's a group of people that do like to see that. And then just like lately, I just feel the production quality is too high. You know, it's just, not that it's like a high production value, or it doesn't feel like RC at its roots. But the other dude is too, he does everything. Tomley does everything. Tomley's still pretty good. He tests RC cars to see if people would be interested and isn't bought out by an RC company. I agree with that. I agree. It's you know, it's all his money. And if anyone's going to put a car through the ringer to see how durable it is, it's that guy. He's a good one to go to. It's a good video to watch if you want to see, you know, what the RC car you're about to buy can handle. So, but no, I mean, it's not what I want to sit and watch. Kevin and Tom, I don't want to say I'd choose Tom over Kevin, but I don't know. I've been watching a lot of racing lately, or no prep stuff. Maybe I'm just a little worn out on it. Like I said, I've been watching YouTube videos of RC cars for 2 years now, so maybe I've just kind of seen them all, gotten the gist of it all. But Kevin and Tomley are what got me into RC, so I'll forever respect them. Even no matter where their content goes to, you know, there's still that 6S TRX4 content. So what's your favorite RC channel on YouTube other than mine, of course? I watch a lot of the Nitro Gang live streams, and then Nitro Freak. I'm big on Nitro. Nitro Freak's got a pretty, he live streams pretty often. I don't know, guys that live stream. That's kind of what gave me the inspiration to do this. Watching them, you know, I just kind of want to. I don't care about making content. I just want to connect and be a part of the community. Kevin, yeah, dude, Kevin's the go-to for quite a few people. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. But you won't put your RC through that test. Neither will I, dude. I've been there, done that. Like I said earlier in the stream, I made that 6S infraction. I did like a 4S Big Rock, and I just I don't have the money to keep fixing them. I don't, like I said, I don't know how you haven't broken that setting, but hats off to you for keeping that thing going, man. Incredible. Ow. All right, guys. Well, so this has been my biggest live stream to date. Live stream number 3. And I want to thank everybody that stopped by to see, you know, the whole stream, the unboxing, no matter what it was. I want to thank everybody for participating. I'm going to try to do this again next week. I try to do it every week, but, you know, life just kind of gets in the way. But usually my day to myself is Wednesday, so that's the day I'm going to try to live stream if you guys want. If you want to kind of chat with me in between, then I'm pretty active on rctalk.com. You can find me Beer Goggles RC, and hopefully I can do it again next week. It's Joker's SX. It's Joker's X. I don't know. Thanks for keeping me company, dude. It really makes a big difference during these streams having someone to talk to. I really appreciate it. So later on, I'm going to go through the chat. I'm going to try to subscribe to all of you guys that have been in the chat. I'll have to find a way to kind of look up my, once I publish the video, the chat log doesn't publish. That's why I have it kind of down here. So when you're watching the video, you can kind of follow along. I've got Discord up here. If you join the RC Talk forum, you can find where I post my live streams, and you can actually get into the live stream. You can be a part of the live stream. You can voice chat with me while I'm streaming, and that voice chat will be pushed to the stream also. So, if you guys want to participate, or, again, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. So I really appreciate it. Until next week, I'll see you guys later.